Hey guys, it's Ro. I want to welcome you to the Personal Evolution Yoga Challenge for the newer students that are coming into this module, and for the students who are continuing on. My hat's off to you. I honor that. I feel like we're kindred souls because many years ago I began this process of evolving continually throughout every stage of my life through the practice of yoga and through what I've been teaching you, all of you guys. And here we are 25 years later, and I have the good privilege of sharing it with all of you guys. So welcome to the program. Those of you who are signing on for the first time, welcome back. To those of you who have evolved so much and got so much value that you went ahead and you invested, I know you're going to be really satisfied, and I want you to sign up for the April one as well. The evolution doesn't stop. And it doesn't stop because these principles and what we teach you, specifically in the manual, when you follow that manual, we can repeat it over and over again. The very first exercise is what I call the why exercise. Now, we've all got reasons why you invested the money, the time, the energy that all of you are doing for this program. And it's your whys that are going to bring you through any of the challenges, any of the distractions. It's going to keep you going forward. I want you, the newer students, to please do the exercise. I think it's on page 8 or 9 in the manual. And for the returning students, you got to go back. I want you to do it again. A fresh piece of paper, do it again. There's only 4 reasons why we want to start something like this. It's an emotional reason, a physical reason, a mental, or a soulful/spiritual one. For instance, one might feel like they're emotionally out of control, like they fly off the handle. Physical, you might be, X amount pounds overweight, tight, tense, and pain. Mental, you might not be able to concentrate anymore or remember, or your visions and your imagination is waning. Or maybe you feel like you're not connected to your Creator. You're walking around feeling like what Christ would call a branch cut off from the vine. Or maybe all of them. Quite honestly, I think we're all feeling a little bit lacking in all those. And this process will help you with emotional stability, physical fitness, right? Mental clarity and acuity, and that connectedness that we all so very much yearn. So this why exercise is pretty specific. I've done this practice many times. I even took myself through this practice last week to make sure that I was keyed in with the significance and the power that comes from really determining, well, what do you really want? Now, one of the challenges that I face with a lot of students is they start to tell me what they don't want. Quick story, when I was in Boy Scouts as a kid, we would go whitewater rafting at this river in Maine. And the week before, we had torrential downpours. So we got to this river and all these rapids. So it would be like a class 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but the whole thing was a 5. So all of us looked at the guide and we're like, we're not going over there. We're not going to do that. He says, yes, you are. He goes, you see this? This is the pointer finger. You got to follow my pointer finger. And he says, when I say go over there, into there, I need all of you to row in that direction. And if I say go over there, and I point to where we're going, you all have to row in that direction together. And when you do that, I promise you, we'll not only have a great time, we'll be safe, we'll make it through the rapids, but you'll see the significance of going where you need to go. And then he tells of a story where before he realized the importance of pointing to where you want to go, he would say things like, now don't go towards that rock, or don't go towards that eddy, or don't go towards that stump, because you don't want to go that way. And what would happen is we would go towards, not we, but the people would go towards the things that he didn't want you to go towards. So when you're thinking about your emotional aspects here, you want to get clear. What we want to avoid is saying things like, I don't want to be an emotional mess anymore, or I don't want to be whatever the story is, right? Physical, I don't want to be 50 pounds overweight. I don't want to be so tight and tense. Mental, I don't want to have insomnia and think that the world is going to come to an end. I don't want any of that. But what do you really want? So important. That's the first part of this practice. What do you really want? Be creative. Don't audit yourself. Don't edit yourself. Just go like a child. What do you want to do? Well, I want to travel the world, first class, to and fro, whatever it is. How do you want to feel emotionally? Get really clear with this. Now, the second part of this is very important for each one. I explained it in the manual. I want you to go back, especially the people who've done it the first time, do this again, because it's this process that's going to bring you and remind you of what you really want. Because here's the thing, you never stop evolving. That's why I call this a personal evolution program, because we never stop. The reason why we stop is because we stopped doing what got us into the evolution in the first place. This has been catalytic. You got to do it, guys. Go Go back and do it. And for those of you who are joining us, please do this. Do this with all of your heart and your soul. But the second part is what I call, why do you want it? Now, why do you want to be emotional stable? Well, I put an example in the book. I want to be emotionally stable because I'm a leader of an organization. People count on me, and if I'm an emotional mess, how can I possibly lead someone else who's looking for emotional stability? For instance, physical fitness. I've got to get myself in shape. If I ask you to do down dog, I better know how to do downward dog. Does that make sense? So why do you want it? So important. Now, last piece, just as important as A and B. C is when you don't get it, when you don't feel emotionally stable, physically fit, mentally clear, soulfully or spiritually connected, what happens? Well, people don't come back to my studio. My kids don't respect me. Whatever it is, my husband or wife, they want nothing to do with me. I feel depressed. I miss emails. I don't close the deal. I miss the appointment, or my clothes don't fit, or whatever it is. But it's so important to tap into those what we call pain points. Does that make sense? All right, guys. So go back, do this video. This is so important that you do this. And I'm going to be leading the class on Thursday. I heard you guys had a fantastic kickoff, whether you're with us on Zoom or with us in person. Please go and do this exercise. Get this done before you come in on Thursday, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Reach out for me if you have any specific questions. All right? All right, take good care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.